Is on this. Okay, so one thing on this is you need to pay attention to these type of angles and these type of angles. These are different. Notice on these first ones how the angles are in the center of the circle. This is the type of angles we've dealt with for the first part of our unit. These are what we call inscribed angles. These are what we started talking about yesterday, okay? So remember, there's a difference in the math on these. So starting up here on this one, I'm looking for the measurement of arc EA, so I'm looking for this. Okay, if this angle is 50, how big is this angle? Okay, good. Why? Because they're vertical angles. So if this central angle is 50, how many degrees is this arc? Okay, and remember on the central angle and the arc are the same measurement. Okay? The central angle and the arc are the same measurement. So on the next one here, it asks for the measurement of arc CB. So how many degrees is arc CB? 50. Okay. Then it asks for arc DC from here to here. How many degrees is that arc? Yeah, from D to C is just going to be equal to this angle right here, so that's 100 degrees. Okay, and then on the last one with this group, DEB, arc DEB, so DEB. Okay, from B around to E, how many degrees is that? 180. Is 180. Plus another 30 is going to be what? It'll be 210. You have 180 plus 30 is 210. Now, on these next angles, these are like what we did yesterday, okay, these inscribed angles. So I'm looking for arc AB. So what am I going to do with this angle to find this arc? Times 2, good. So I'm going to take that angle times 2. So what does that give me? Gives me 88 degrees from arc AB. On number 2 here, we know the arc, and we're going back to this angle X. What are we going to do going this way? Divide by 2. Just cut in half. So what's that going to be? 45. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to talk to you that's not related to that necessarily, but there's going to be a question on your quiz like this. Okay, this line from A to C, what would we call that type of a line?
A diameter?
Okay. Yeah, diameter has to go through the center. And that one doesn't look like it goes through the center, but that is a chord. You're going to have a question on your quiz in a second that asks which of those lines is a chord. A chord is a line that goes from edge to edge, but it stays on the inside of the circle. It does not keep on going. So just remember that. Chord is on the inside of the circle. Okay, then on this last group of problems here, it asks for the measurement of angle A. Here's angle A. And so to find angle A, I've got to know what the value of X is. So I need to use some relationship in here to find the value of X. All right, let's start off with this. How many degrees is that arc right there? 180. It's 180. Okay, now remember, if that arc is 180, how big is this inscribed angle going to be right here? 90. It's going to be half of this arc. So this angle right here is 90. All right, so if you'll notice inside of here, we've got this triangle. And I'm going to use that triangle to find the value of X. Because if you remember, in a triangle, what do the three angles of a triangle always add up to? 180. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this angle, 3x plus 6, plus this angle B, which is 90. This is the one everybody forgets. You can't just add 3x plus 6 and x to equal 180 because that's not true. It's all three of the angles add up to 180. So it's this 3x plus 6, this 90, and this angle that's x. All together, all three of those equal 180. Okay? So it's going to look like this. 3x plus 6 plus 90 plus x equals 180. Don't forget that 90. Everybody forgets it. Don't forget that 90 in here. All right, so we're just going to combine like terms. 3x and x makes what? Makes 4x. And then 6 and 90 make what? 96. Makes 96 equals 180. Minus 96. 4x equals 84. Divided by 4.
21.
And x equals 21. Now on your quiz in a second, that's all you're going to have to do is it just tells you to find the value of x. But on here, it's asking us to do more than that because it wants to know how big angle A is actually. So I've got to take that 21 and plug it in here. So what's 3 times 21 plus 6?
69.
Okay, 3 times 21 plus 6, yep. So angle A is 69. And then for angle C, if I plug in 21 for x, how big is angle C? It's just 21.